It certainly is, Eric, and right now, in fact, the airline just got control of the plane from accident investigators, and they're trying to figure out how to get it from being stuck in the mud. Take a look. You can see the nose gear of that plane, the front wheels. After the plane ran off the runway, off the side of the runway, the wheels buried down in the mud. Crews are working using airbags to try to lift it up and get it out of here. If that doesn't work, they may have to bring in a crane. As you mentioned, this all started after smoke in the cockpit, and the plane had to be sent back to the runway.
So, and then the plane was a little shaky, and I looked again and I could see that we were kind of coming down.
United Airlines Flight 497 passenger Fonville Minans had just closed his eyes for a nap after leaving New Orleans for San Francisco. He says suddenly the plane shook and turned around before landing and running off the runway back at New Orleans International.
It's like he put on the brakes real quick and then he turned off to the left. So I don't know if they did say they had electronic problems. They lost avionics there for a minute. So I don't know if they lost power and couldn't control that aspect of the plane at that point.
The flight attendant seen here rushed the 104 passengers out of the plane using emergency slides, ordering them to leave everything and get out now.
On the way out of the plane, it was a little intense. People don't know what's happening, and they just kind of like want to get off. Is this thing going to blow up? You know, what's happening? So there for a minute, it was, you know, a little intense.
Eyewitness News found this copy of the 16-minute flight. The plane took off to the south over the Mississippi River and then headed over the Bonnie Carey Spillway and across the lake before the pilot called the airport saying there was smoke in the cockpit.
The airport sent its fire trucks out to the runway to prepare for the aircraft landing.
The Airbus A320 jet was loaded with fuel for the long trip to San Francisco. It required rescue crews to take full precautions. The pilot and co-pilot seen here gathered passengers here on the ground and told them they lost all electronics and landed on backup systems with minimum steering and braking ability. That's why the plane's front wheels or nose gear ran off the runway and into the mud.
One lady was really torn up and crying, I saw on the ground.
Crews worked all morning to remove luggage from the plane, and rental car buses and anything else airport officials could find ferried passengers back to the terminal, all while investigators look at the jet. It's 17 years old, but had no significant incidents in its history, according to the National Transportation Safety Board's database. And now an investigation is underway into the smoke, loss of controls, and running off the runway. Passengers are just glad no one was hurt.
Things happen. Life, this is life.
And right now, airport officials are continuing to monitor the situation. We're told the airport is open. They're using the other runway that they have. Obviously, this one is closed, and flights are taking off and landing on time. Also, I should mention, I just heard some recordings of the conversation between the pilot and the control tower in the moments that that plane was coming in, and you can hear the situation escalate. First smoke, then a loss of control. You could hear alarms going off in the background. We're still gathering some information on this, and we're going to have it for you coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 5. Reporting now from New Orleans International, Wayne Carter, Channel 4 Eyewitness News. Eric, back to you.
All right, Wayne.